Hello. Good morning, or if you're watching it later, day, good night, good evening. Okay, I think we are connecting. Yeah, okay, I see people. Good. Okay, so today is October 4th. And I'll be talking about my September, what was going on, what I have done, and so what's going on actually with Natalia Yarncraft. So first of all, hi Thomas, I think. Hi. So you see what I'm wearing? I finished this tea finally. Yeah, I was working, okay, I think last month I already show you partially done this tea, and I started, I think in June or something. Then I was put on hold. Then not last month, August, I was starting working on it more. And this September I was thinking that I'm done with it, and I finished, waved all the ends, then block it, and I didn't like my neckline. So after I thought that I done, I still need to work a little bit more. So little bit problem I had with neckline. It was too big for me, for my taste. It was nice on my here, but anyway, I prefer a little bit closer here, so that's why I added extra band on my neckline. So but now it's done and I can wear it. I can show you like in full here. It's a pretty long, so I can wear it with my leggings. So this has this kind of I think it's dolman sleeve. Yeah, you see how it's increased here, or because I work for this side, it was decreasing. So, and you see this is middle panel made with one yarn, with one color. I work from bottom up. The same on the back. So middle panel from bottom up, and then I work side to side, both sides, left and right, opposite to you, yeah, right and left. Yeah, and sleeves here. So actually I work with one skein for the middle panels. One skein of yarn, it was 100 grams skein. So I made front and back panel, and I was working from second skein one side, and from the third skein second side. And to finish all these bands on a sleeve at the bottom and this one, I used extra skein with this kind of color, but it's a little bit, if you go closely, it's little bit, you can see it's the same colorway, but because it's hand dyed yarn, you see the little bit difference. This even the same with these sides. So if you go closely, and you will see that's the same colorway on both sides, but you will see that it's hand dyed yarn, and you will see differences. So the yarn for this tea is yarn B authentic hand dye blend. It's 50% superwash merino, and 50% lyocell. So my understanding, lyocell, it's like a rayon. So it's also gives this softness to this fabric and like a silkiness maybe. And yeah, you will see even with a good light, little like a shine from this lyocell. So it's a fingering weight yarn, 400 yards in 100 grams. So for whole tee, I used, for my size, it's, I think, size large, I will say it in normal clothes. I used one full skein of this color and 2 full skeins of this color. So, and I used a little bit extra from fourth skein for the band. So this is actually the left, what was left. It's almost, I think it's like 80 grams here or something. So this, the yarn, what was left from 4 skeins. So, and for these colors, so because I knew that I don't want any leftovers, so I finished just up to the last yard. So you can see, so you can go a couple extra row here just to finish your skein of yarn. Or if it happened that my yarn will be like finished here, I will have less rows. Yeah, here was already, actually here this part was in a round, so less rounds. Anyway, done. Can wear it. Finally we have weather that's it's nice outside, not too hot, and even in morning and in evening it's kind of chilly, so I can wear it and yeah, go outside. But I didn't get any pictures yet and with on me, so it was only like a flat lay couple pictures that I made, and that's why I didn't post it finished on my grid. So this is done and I'm super happy with it. Okay, what next? Last month, so September, from I think from 17 to 24, here in Charlotte area we had a Charlotte area yarn crawl. So if you're familiar what is yarn crawl, so if not, I'll explain a little bit. Usually several yarn stores get together, put some dates, and you go from store to store, visit all the store in this, and sometimes it's some classes, sometimes it's just like a drawing for prizes, or sometimes so different things doing every store, or maybe just go visit all the store. For example, here in Charlotte area we have like a passport. You go to each store, and after you visit you get the stamp, and after you finish all the stores you can put your info, and it's like tickets for a drawing for prizes. So this year we have 7 stores. Last year it was more, this year a little bit less. So seven stores this year, and it was about a week. So I think 8 days maybe. So you have time to visit all the stores. Of course you can visit all the stores any day during normal hours, but I mean to finish your passport and be able to give this passport for a drawing, for a prizes. You go for during these 7 days. So Charlotte, like many other cities, so it's like a area, yeah, and we have, I think, 2 stores in middle, or it's called uptown, and we have 1 store that is south from Charlotte. That's where I live, where I go usually almost every week. Tangles Knitting on May in Vexhall. And we have also, so it's 3, and we have also 4 stores more north from Charlotte. So, and I think in last, or one post before last one, I wrote a little story about me going to a couple of the stores. So Charlotte Crawl was starting on some Saturday and finished next Saturday. Okay, and on first Saturday, one of my boy played soccer in up north. So, and I was driving him to the field, and I knew that close to the field, like 10 minutes away from the field, it will be couple stores that I can visit. So I dropped my child at the soccer field for a warm-up, drove to one store, get some yarn, drove to the and also I'm bumped in a couple of friends from my store that's we going usually together for knit nights every week. It was so okay. You drove like over 1 hour for your place, and here people here that you knew already. So we chit chat, but I didn't have much time, and I drove to the second store and got something there. So, and then I drove back to the soccer field to watch the game. That was super quick, 2 stops up north from me. And then couple days later, I was going to visit all other stores because my kids were in school and I had a little bit more time. So early morning, start driving up north again, and then visit 2 more stores in north. Then going down to uptown area, visit 2 stores there. So, and in the evening, the same day, I was going to knit night in our local yarn store. So I was finishing my crawl in our store, local store. So that was little story how I was going around. So, and I didn't get any big intention to buy too much yarn this time. I was looking more in needles, so because I want to fill some gaps in some sizes for the needles that's I probably need soon, so not much yarn, but I can show you what I got. So here is not Joy, Jody Long yarn, cottontails, yeah, luxuriously soft cotton, made in Italy. It's 100 sorry, it's 100% cotton, but it's super soft. It is, if you can see, maybe you see, it's not like normal thread, it's more like a ribbon style, I think. Yeah, but it's super soft, and I got 3 colors, different colors. This is mallard, elephant, and polar. So I got 3 colors to mix them together in some kind of project. Don't know yet what it will be, and even I don't know, just I like the color combination, and yeah, I like how it's feel, and that's why I get it. Okay, this was yarn number 1. Second one is from Knit One Crochet to the yarn calls Daisy. I think it's shown more like a yellow here, but it's in reality it's more orange, like a not pumpkin orange, but orange. And the name is, the color is goldenrod. Okay. So, and this is, okay, where is the yarn? Okay, here. This is 38% linen, 32% silk, and 30% hemp. And I got this orange and this gray, and gray calls slate. So I have several in each color, and I think they look very good together and by itself also. Gray, orange, two together. Maybe something with little stripes. And so right now it feels kind of sturdy and not so soft, but I am expecting that after blocking it will be more flexible because it's linen. I'm not sure about hem, how it should be after blocking. It didn't work. I think it didn't work before with hem. So we'll see. Yeah, and this is 272 yards per 100 gram. So it's supposed to be DK, but I think because this is much more dense strand, and it's much more heavier. It looks more like a finger, so I need to check how it will work in actual fabric, and need make swatches to see what will work, what not so works. So we'll see. I have like a vague idea, but probably we'll sketch something first and check how the fabric actually work, and then we'll decide if I go my idea or it will be totally different thing. So anyway, these two cute, but I have more in each color, so it's more, probably will be more like a garment area, not just accessories. What else in my basket? And I already use it, but I'll show what I got. I got 2 skeins of Heritage Cascade yarn Heritage sock. So it's sock yarn, 437 yards, so it's 400 meters in 100 gram, and it is 75% superwash merino and 25 nylon, so typical sock yarn fingering weight. So this color is, oh, this is on the number, I think I got some the name online. So this colors is Bachelor Button, and this beauty is Sapphire. So you see already used it. Last chat, last month, I show you this pair of socks, and I was speaking about that's probably I will doing these socks in different yarn, and my first choice was, so this was my first stop during yarn crawl, and I grabbed these 2 colors because I want 2 contrast colors for this type of socks. So, and yeah, so Cascade yarn Heritage sock for sock pair of socks, and they are already done. Ta-da! You see this pair? This is my second pair. So the pattern will be based on this yarn and gauge with this yarn. This gauge is a little bit bigger. And you see what I got here. So socks that use 2 contrast colors, work cuff down. I started with this fun roll band, and of course you can do this band or just ignore it and start with a ribbing. So ribbing here. Oh yeah, so the yarn is finger and weight, yeah, but I use 2 strands of yarn for the sock. So, and the socks is pretty thick. So because it's at the end it's DK weight sock. So we start with this roll band, then work with ribbing, yeah, and then start making some fun mixing colors. 1 strand of one color and second strand of other color. So 2 colors together. Then a little bit of color work, and then we're going just with stripes of mixed color and plain color and so on. And at the end just draw with 1 color of darker color, here is sapphire, and heel is afterthought heel. So you be well working this direction, make just marking for the heel, and after you finish the whole thing you will be working on the heel actually. And the heel, because it's afterthought heel, it looks the same like your toe. So you see, this is your toe, this is your heel. Yeah, I'll be putting more picture, of course, on my grid about these socks as I'll will progressing with pattern writing and so on. Yeah. So this month's idea is to write a pattern and get a test call. Yeah, call for my testers to test this pattern. So I hope it will be this month. Okay, the socks are done. Yeah. And so the color work it's here. It's, yeah, you see it's only 6 rows. So if you want to try color work on socks, it probably will be a good idea, because you work only 6 rows and you will be done with color work. And I think most of the length between stitches, it will be 4 stitches. 4 stitches for a float, I mean, inside. Here's your how it's look on wrong side. You see? Okay. So this was my finished object for this month. I mean, not this month, September, and this pair of socks. Okay, yarn from the yarn crawl. Oh yeah, what else I got from the yarn crawl? I told already, I was looking also for needles, and most of my needles right now are Chiago, how you pronounce, I have no idea actually. And I want to try different one. And got 1 pair of Knitter's Pride Mindful collection. It's also metal with pretty sharp ends, tips. And when so inside was a pair of needle and a cute little marker. You see? So when I was opening this box, You see, the cable is this color turquoise, yeah. And first I noticed this tiny dot. I was like, why it's here? Maybe it's just a dirt or something. Try to scratch it, and then I opened and so that actually this is marking for each inch, so it's a ruler. It's not only one dot, it's all these dots, you see, probably, yeah, yeah, marking for each inch, 1, 2, and so you can use your cable on this needle. I didn't know this, just, yeah, accidentally, and I tried to scratch it off because I thought first it's some kind of dirt or maybe, yeah. So anyway, pretty light, even so it's metal. Knitter Sprite, Mindful Collection, and it's on this needle it's Believe, the word Believe. I don't know how to show you. Okay. Yeah, and you see this mandala thing on the box, so that's why this marker looks like. So I didn't try it yet, but it feels pretty good, and I like the tips here. And so I got this shortest, what is called, it's 16 inches. Even if it's, so it's a 60 inches cable, not a cable, the length of the whole thing. I like the length of the tip here, because when I knit, I usually place my needle on this part. So, and I like to grab with my pinky. Here. Anyway, I didn't get any project done with this needle, but I like how it feels. So this was new for me, and what else I have in my basket? Okay, yarn I show you. Oh yeah, usually when I go to yarn crawls, or yeah, I grab also wool wash. This is Eucalan. I like grapefruit scent. So, and also each store for all 7 stores had each of stitch markers special for this yarn crawl. And each store had different colors, so one, and I got all these cuties in different colors. So it's yarn ball with a crown. Yeah, if you can see. Yeah, and all these colors. So I have now only 6 because when I was in a store, one was out, and I need to go again to grab extra color. Anyway, so this was my nice and fun going to store and visit all the stores, say hi to all owners, and yeah, chit chat a little bit and see what's going on in each of the stores. It was nice. And just so usually I go to our local store because it's very convenient for me. It's like 5 minutes away from home, and with all the driving far, yeah, it's more complicated with I drive all the time with kids, but just go away and spend time away and drive just for me. It's usually you need to figure out where it will be this time. So anyway, yarn crawl, and I already finished one project with the yarn from the yarn crawl. So little bit more things that I did last month. So you can see probably here is my new addition to my office area pegboard. Got it from IKEA to hang a little bit of different swatches, just for fun, and for little inspiration sometimes. Yeah, got it from IKEA. We hang it on a wall, and I put some. So to hang things, you need to add some like pins or hooks. So I got only 5 of each, 5 pins and 5 hooks. I think little pins it works great with this kind of rings. So probably next time when I will be at IKEA, so I'll grab some more. And one more addition for the office is, you see there, here, it's a puzzle piece. I finally got frame for it. It was, so when I got this puzzle, I put it together, and it was for a while on my table, and then I can hang it just without a frame because, yeah, it's a puzzle. And then just get back to the box. And yeah, so we were at IKEA, so picking up some stuff, and so because I already grabbed some this pegboard for the office. Oh, I need also a frame, and I got frame, and I put together again this puzzle. Now it's enough, but I need to put on the wall actually because it's on a, over this cabis. Yeah, so something a little bit more maybe drilling. Yeah. So this was like a fun addition to the office. Yeah, and I'm today actually in my office. So because my husband not working today in home office, he's away. Yeah, I have space, and usually when my husband works from home and I wanna do some live videos, I go to dining room, so we are not in the same place at the same time talking to different people. Okay, last but not least, in the last post, that was showing you basket full of white things. So I can show you what was going on here. Little story. About 30 years ago, so it was year 1991, I think. I was going to I was taking a course to learn how to knit. It was 3-month course, and so all the things that we were learning, we were writing. Of course, it was 30 years ago. We were writing in a notebook. So, and this is the notebook, actually. So, and here was also many stitch patterns that we were trying and learning how to do all these kind of stitch patterns. So, and I have here about 60 different stitch patterns. Couple years ago, I think it was beginning of 2020, I thought that maybe it's a good idea to make, because it's all writing, so I have no idea how they look. Yeah, and I thought that it's a good idea to make actually all these stitch patterns, make little swatches to see what kind of actual stitch patterns I have in my notebook. And I start working on this from the, of course, very first. And you know what is this? It's a garter stitch, yeah. All knits from both sides. And of course, this is the number one. And then came stockinette, and then some ribbing, and so on, the double 2x2 ribbing, and moss stitch, and so on and so on. So simple. And I start working here and here, you see, and more and more. At some point I ran out of yarn that I was using. I think it was something like what was this? I probably can tell you. Oh, yeah. Well, Karen 1 pound. So it's a, you know, this huge skein of huge thick acrylic yarn. So I was using this yarn for all these stitch patterns. Then I ran out of yarn and didn't get extra in a while, and that just was postponed. And this month I decided, why not to finish finally this collection and finish all this stitch pattern in my notebook. And I start working more, so about 25, I think, these swatches I made, and even little color work was here. Yeah, some very, yeah, some cable types, some just plain knit and pearls, little bit of lace. This is crazy lace with kind of bubbles, just simple lace with yarn overs and knit together, and smoking stitch that's I'll use with one of my pattern, but this is a little bit different smoking stitch in comparison that I used before. Anyway, so you see I have, oops, and for example this kind of with spiky bottom. Yeah, okay, here simple lace, made so it's like a diamond shape lace. Okay, here are all these funny and interesting and I got full basket. So this is my stitch dictionary, but in physical form. So if I have some ideas to make something, I can go to my stitch dictionary, look at this and see how this fabric looks like. I love this stitch. This is, I think, bee cells or something. And also here, interesting, lacy, but so, and yeah, again, simple also need we need in our life. This was interesting. I don't know what was the intention of this in the first, but maybe something for a cardigan or something with just simple extra texture. Yeah, and of course cables, different types of cables. Where are they? Yeah, or maybe tiny leaves, or look at this one. It's looks like embroidery over the stockinette. This extra, probably, yeah, you pull some yarn through these yarn overs and then knit them together or something. Yeah, more cables and so on. So now I have my stitch dictionary in my basket. So a question for you guys: would you be interested to see some of the stitch patterns? So I can provide like a maybe a chart or maybe quick description, like, so if it's simple like cables, yeah, you know, that will be 2 stitches going left, 2 stitches going right, and so on. So will be any of you interested to see some of these stitch patterns description? Let me know in the comments or later after replay will be available. So this was my interesting, like a back in time and looking in my old notebook and see even after I finished the sample in some of these samples right now I'll be writing this stitch pattern a little bit differently. So in my opinion, for example, some for example cables, yeah, you can write a pattern, yeah, and say it like here, where is top? Okay, here's the top. For example, here's 2 pearls, then you have cable for I don't know how many, 10 stitches, and then 2 pearls in between cables. In my old notebook, here was 1 pearl, then repetition is 1 pearl, 10 cable, and 1 pearl. Yeah. My brain is worked, how my brain is works. So I need to get, so because after you repeat cable after cable, yeah, you will be having here two pearls. That's why I prefer to start with 2 and say purl 2 here, and then cable, 10 cable, and then start repeating this, and at the end you just add extra 2 stitches just for symmetry. Yeah, but if you're working around, even it's even easier. Start with 2, then cable, and again repeat 2 pearls, then cable, and so on. And my, yeah, in my old notebook it was 1, 10 cables, and 1, and that's, you need to repeat this. But you will be getting these 2 stitches between cables. So processing my old stitch patterns that already in old notebooks, no, my old notebook, and I was putting in my file. That's how I already prefer. So let us also just little things, but if you establish doing something that's you're doing many years, so you prefer this way, that's why I writing this kind of thinking this way, and so on. Yeah, little progress from what was here 30 years ago. It's not like I'm changing the pattern of this stitch pattern, yeah, but how I'll write these stitch patterns, it's a little bit different. Okay, so I think I have my cheat sheet here. So I told about this tea, I told about socks, Charlotte area yarn crawl, my new addition to the office, pegboard and a puzzle, and my huge basket of stitches. So probably if I'll get thumbs up for that people would like to see some of the stitches description, I will be doing maybe like a weekly or bi-weekly like addition to the post, like maybe basket of stitches or something. I need to think of a hashtag, and we'll be adding some of course I not will be adding like a garter stitch or stocking, but something that looks to me interesting, and maybe some people would like to use it in their design or just to try stitches. And yeah, sometimes it's interesting just to work just little swatch and to see how it's actually works, and it's not like something too complicated. But some of the stitches I was like, what was going on here? Who was thinking about this, and who was writing about how was this? Yeah, this interesting lace with bubbles. This was not that I will be doing in a big scale. Maybe some accent to something, yeah, but it's kind of too much to think. Even it's look fun, yeah. Some lace, some bubbles, yeah. Anyway, so if I will get thumbs up for this idea, let me know, and I'll be maybe starting in October or mid-October. Yeah, today is already 4th. Anyway, thanks for listening. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, or yeah. I love to hear from you guys. Okay, for people who didn't catch everything I will doing, saving it will be on a grid for like a replay for later. And if you prefer YouTube, yeah, you can go on YouTube. It will be on my YouTube channel also. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for listening. See you next month.